Coach, I know it's just been, 24 hours. Did you get a chance to look at the film and anything surprise you?
No surprises. I was extremely happy with how we played. I thought we shared the ball really, really well. I felt like defensively we were above average for sure. I thought we played a stellar basketball game. I was played scout pretty well. Defensively, as I mentioned, we played with great pressure. Offensively, we played with great pace. So the game was managed really at a really high level by Tamar. I thought that she was extraordinary, and I think, the other kid. I mean, Amber was brilliant in her game. We did so many good things. I was very pleased with what I saw.
You take the overtime game against UC and then these last four quarters against West. I mean, it feels like the offense is really starting to kind of find its rhythm. Do you feel like that same way?
Well, I feel like we've already found our rhythm. We have found it already. Even since I don't want to just. The ball just didn't go in the net against Cincy. We were getting great looks. And there's been games like that all year. These kids can really shoot the ball. And yesterday you just kind of put it all together. We had the great looks and then we made them. And so it makes it look so much better. But I feel like we've been playing really good basketball as of late on the offensive end. Well, for a while now on the offensive end. But yesterday I thought we took it to a different level with our passing. Our pace of our passes. There was great intent to lead people into good situations. There was great off-ball movement that resulted into some great passes. And everybody was connected, and it was pretty to see. It was really fun to watch, and very, very, very happy with how we moved the ball. And that was part of our game plan too. Knowing what we were going to see. And again, some games, you get assists out of that. Some games you don't. It was just good to see the ball go in the basket, and we were able to get some good stuff done.
I mean, you've been coaching a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen what Tamar did to start the game where I think you're on your first 6 baskets, Tamar had an assist?
To be quite honest, when I'm watching the game, I'm not watching it like that.
Yeah.
So in the moment, I'm not watching like that. I'm really watching, just making sure we're getting the ball, like we're getting quality looks. That's where my mentality is, my mindset. I'm making sure that we're executing. I'm making sure there's proper flow within what we're doing. And so I really didn't even know. I didn't realize she was 1 assist shy. I didn't know. And so hopefully she'll be in a position to get that again next time, and I'll know next time. And I just didn't know. But the reality is that's not my MO anyway. When we get a good lead, I don't keep kids out there. I get other kids playing time, and we move on to fight another day. And but I am so happy with her. I just want to make that clear. Like, I'm very happy with her. I coach her really hard. I never tell her when she does things good. And so I was very happy with what I saw.
I'm probably making this too simple, but is it as easy to say that this offense and defense really is going to go as far as Tamar can take you?
No, because I try not to pigeonhole us like that.
Yeah.
You always have to have, how can I say it? How's the right way to say it? It's like having different revenue streams. You have to be able to play different ways and be able to score different ways. I think the best way for us to win is when she's playing at a high level. Now, that's what I will say. But, if we had to do other things, and forced to do other things, we would do them. I think through pure job experience the last 2 years, especially our first year, I'm more equipped and prepared than ever, to do whatever we got to do. But Tamar is arguably, you can make a case, she's the best guard in our league. I certainly think she's up there. And so, I'm very happy she's on my team, and I'm very happy that we have the relationship we have, and I'm very happy she's the leader that she is. And, I'm just happy that, she's on our team.
Didn't play a ton of minutes on Sunday, but Macy really seems to have found her role. Just comment a little bit on her play.
Yeah, I think Macy's she's learning a lot, and she's heard me say this, and all the kids hear me say this. There's a difference between hooping and playing. Like, you're playing to win now, as opposed to just hooping. There's a lot at stake. And so, like, she's learning the smaller intricacies, I think, of the game, and she's learning to play within a different type of structure. And you can see her growing, and you can see her seeing things. And it's fun. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we coach. We coach to fill that void in our life, that competitive void. And most of us coach to see growth. And, that's a major part of the reason why I coach. So when I get to see a kid like that playing the way that she's playing, it feels really good, and she's defending, and she's still learning a lot on that side of the ball. But, she's being aggressive, she's like, the heck with it now, she's just playing, she's just imposing her will upon a game now, and I like to see that.
All right. Kind of a strange schedule here to wrap up until you get to MAC play, just 3 games from here until, January. Just how do you kind of keep the team, like, I don't know, zoned in with when we were playing so well as of late?
With 3 or 2? We have 2.
3.
We have Colorado, we have Wisconsin, Green Bay. Am I missing somebody else?
Am I missing something? Maybe not. Maybe it's just 2. I don't know. Just a couple.
Yeah,
right?
usually I don't know who we have after the next game.
Right.
But no, I think it's perfect. Right now, it gives us a chance to really make adjustments. Going. If you're a coach, you love to practice. Sometimes I've heard some coaches love and practice more than they love the games, right? Because that's where you can see growth, and you can see change, and you can play with things and tinker with things. And for us, we can start to prepare for down the road a little bit. Obviously not ignoring the games we're about to play, but it gives you enough practice time to start working on things. Like, there are things that I know that we have to work on down the road. With that ample practice time, I think it's going to help us, when we get there. But, we play a really good Colorado team coming up. I just watched the half against Wyoming is where I am as far as their film study. They're a good team. I know there was another kid that didn't play in that game. They're a big kid, but they got kids that can make plays. They're in the Big 12. There's a reason those kids are in the Big 12. They're talented. They got size. They can, they got kids that are capable. They're well coached. And so we'll be ready. And then followed up Wisconsin, Green Bay. We'll be ready for them. They're another really good opponent. And so I just like the direction that where we're headed, and I like where we're going. And I foresee how we need to do some changes that need to be made, and so I'm really comfortable right now with where we are, and I think that's a really good thing. It's scary, but I think it's a good thing. So.